Okay.
Salazar, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Salazar. How are you?
No good. How about yourself?
Friday Eve. So,
Got everything worked the felony out, Judge. He pled guilty to the felon. I believe they reduced it to a lesser included, reduced it to a misdemeanor.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. And,
Okay, so it's not a felony. Good.
but they're deported. They've already got the deportation orders in on it.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
These are things that you got to think about, man. When you're not in this country with permission, you have to think about these things, because when you start acting like a fool out there, they can put you in immigration custody, and then you're stuck like Chuck and then they'll end up,
This is where it gets real. Salazar may have avoided a felony, but deportation is non-negotiable. Immigration law doesn't care if the charges were dropped. The arrest alone can be enough. What do you think? Should one bad decision erase someone's life in the US? Drop your thoughts.
Sending you back. What's going to happen now? Is it from Mexico? Where is it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So do you have family there? At least when you get there?
Yes, I do.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm gonna tell you is that if you want to come back here, do it the right way. You gotta ask for permission first. Don't just come here. Because if you get caught with the feds, you could be looking at serious time in federal custody. Years and years. Don't just come. Do things the right way. And when you do that way in life, good things happen, So what are we doing here?
We're pleading true to the MRP violation, Judge.
In essence, I mean, there's nothing we can really do anyways, because you got the ice hold. So it's.
We had 40 days before they come pick him up.
All right. Did you agree to voluntary departure? Is that what happened?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Salazar, you were placed on probation for assault of is it a family member, right?
That's correct, Judge.
So there is an affirmative finding.
Yes, sir.
You have to understand that you can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. So if you ever pick up another one of these cases, you will be looking at a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. A second assault of a family member is a third-degree felony. Do you understand? The other thing you need to understand is that you now have had already a felony reduced to a misdemeanor. The likelihood of them doing that again, it's like lightning striking twice. You understand? Is it true or untrue that you violated your probation?
True.
I will find that it's true. Let's do that on allegation number 15, that he tested positive,
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
not on the
Law violation.
law violation.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to find that is true, Mr. Salazar. I'm going to sentence you to 90 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 78 days that you've done. Like I said, there's an affirmative finding of family violence. You can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this. Just be careful, man. If you want to come back, do it the right way. Ask for permission first. All right? Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. D.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anderson, tell me about Mr. Anderson.
So there is a bond violation.
Come up, Mr. Anderson.
However, we worked out a deal with the state.
What?
To reduce it to a first and then 12 months probation.
Okay.
And the judge is done playing games. You can hear the frustration. Judges don't like repeat offenders, especially when addiction plays a role. But here's the question. Should the court focus more on punishment or treatment in cases like Anderson?
Have the plea paperwork in your.
Are we doing that now?
If you'll allow us.
Sure.
Okay.
Is this a foregone conclusion that you're going to go into rehab, Mr. Anderson?
Yes, sir.
Because I'm going to tell you now, this is now makes 3 bond violations. The next time you even go next to alcohol, I'm going to put you in a rehab facility.
Yes, sir.
Understand me. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care what it is. You come here kicking and screaming. If I find that you use while you're on this probation, I will amend conditions to put you in a rehab facility. And you could be in there for a very solid year depending on how well you respond to treatment. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's up to you. If you want to do it, I'm game.
That's his decision.
It's up to him. Okay, done. Do it.
You need to do the.
Are you, I'm sorry, are you ready to go? Okay. Mr. Anderson, you charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement that they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 1 year. As part of the conditions, you will do a DWI repeat offender. It must be a repeat offender DWI education class, okay? One victim impact panel, a TRAS to see what other conditions you may need. You must fulfill those conditions while you're on this probation. No breath test refusal. So if you're pulled over in a car and an officer asks you to submit to a breath test, you must take the breath test. No drugs, no alcohol, guardian interlock, 16 hours of community service. Do you have children, Mr. Anderson? What does he have on now? Does he have on a guardian interlock? What does he
He has a
have?
scram right now.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that on for now because I'm suspending his license for a year. And I want to make sure that he's not consuming alcohol at all.
So you wanted to have the scram and the interlock?
And that's with the franchise, so it'll have to be taken off and then new one will have to be put on from.
Hey, no, I don't want to take this off until he puts the other one on though.
And Judge, just a reminder, this is a drug. I don't know if that changes your
No,
decision.
I have here that he consumed alcohol. So he's still using. I don't care how minute any alcohol that you have, Mr. Anderson. I'm telling you, you consume even a smidgen of alcohol, you will be looking at a motion to revoke that gets filed, and then you will be perhaps and very possibly looking at a rehab facility in the jail. Do you understand? I would like him TRAS'd today. Since he's here today, he gets the TRAS today. And in the TRAS, I wanted to make it known that he has, this is his third bond violation, and that he has a consumption of alcohol 3 days ago, because I want that part of their analysis and how to move forward. So what part of what you are agreeing is that you are agreeing to whatever conditions. What conditions are being done by the TRAS. So I don't know what they're going to assess. They may assess intensive outpatient treatment. They may assess supportive outpatient treatment. They may assess something else. Whatever they assess, you must fulfill those conditions. Do you understand?
Yep.
The other thing that you must understand is that even though they're reducing this to a first, and the reason that they are reducing this to a first is to a first DWI is to bypass the mandatory 5 days in jail. That's why this is happening now. But I want you to understand that.
Risk, listen up.
Listen up, this is the part most people miss. When the judge says, you're giving up the right to appeal, he means forever. No take-backs, no do-overs, .1 signature, and your future is locked in. Ever wonder how many people sign without realizing that?
For the next 70 years of your life, you have all these charges on your record. So if you get pulled over from now on, even the slightest smell of alcohol, you will be in felony court looking at a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. Do you understand?
Sir.
So I wouldn't even step near a car if you've had something to consume. or if you've had any alcohol whatsoever, even if you take too much NyQuil, that will cause a loss of the normal use. You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Do you understand? How do you plead to the second offense, DWI, being reduced to a first? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty. Guilty.
Is it above a 0.15? Is this above a 0.15, Morgan? Do you know?
No, Judge.
Sorry?
No, Judge. it's-
No? All right, I will find you guilty. I will send it to you the agreement. What do you do for a living, sir?
I build valves for oil rigs,
And how much money do you make a month?
about 2 a month, 2,000 a month,
How much do you really make a month?
25,
How much do you really make a month, sir?
2,500.
Order in the court.
I'm not going to assess court costs, but I don't know about assessing the surcharges. That's why I'm asking these questions.
The surcharge shouldn't be assessed on a probation. It's only on a final conviction.
This is a conviction.
It is a conviction, but
It is a conviction.
it's not for DPS. They don't consider it a final conviction because,
It is, though. It absolutely is. We're not doing a deferred.
right, it's a final conviction for the purposes of it being on his record forever, but not for the surcharge.
Okay, so I'm going to take a look at that now.
Okay.
I don't believe that that's the case because I'm going to issue the surcharge on him.
Okay,
Okay? If it's not, I mean, I'll take a look now after it dies down,
okay,
but I don't think that's right. But, and, I mean, you'll be around, right?
yes.
Okay, give me a second. Let me thin out the line and then we'll talk. All right. Take a seat, or I'm going to have you sign all the paperwork.
Yes, sir.
Watch yourself, Mr. Anderson.
Yes, sir.
No tolerance. All right. Good luck.
Sit down.
There's an open container. That's a minimum of 3 days in jail. Did you want me to abandon the open container?
I'm okay with abandoning it, Judge.
Okay, all right.
So what's going on?
I'll let you finish, Your Honor. The defendant ended up calling us back later in the afternoon, but that was after.
Are you guys happy?
Yes, sir.
You want to withdraw it?
Yes, sir. I do.
Done.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, for sure.
And Judge, before we're done, there's a companion case that's being dismissed as part of it.
Right, and I see that the gun case will be dismissed. Oh, what about the gun, though? Are you guys forfeiting the weapon?
I believe that was part of the agreement.
Yes.
Okay, the weapon will be forfeited. All right, it'll be
Order in the
coming.
court. It's
Do you
getting
want
too loud.
you want him to speak with probation?
Yes, please.
Judge, I just had a question. You want us to just grandma consume the speeder?
Correct. Yes.
And then they can sign it.
Is it all right if I text one of our clients?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Judge, see my attorney, is it okay if she stands up here with us?
Sure.
Thank you, Judge.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Welcome. Who do we have here?
We have Miguel Gonzalez, Your Honor.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Gonzalez. Mr. Gonzalez, you were placed on probation for driving while intoxicated. It is now alleged that you have violated that probation, specifically in that, I guess we're not going to go forward on the Berg habit.
Correct. We agreed that we're going forward on the 3 technicals, not the first 2 new law violations.
Okay, I guess to make it easy, we'll just go forward on the failed to perform the community service hours as ordered. Is it true or untrue that you violated your probation?
True, Your Honor.
I will find that as true. I will now revoke your probation, sentence you to 75 days in jail. I will give you credit for the 8 days that you've done. Did I suspend the license?
It wasn't the first time?
Because when they get on probation normally, unless it's a second, so was this a first?
It was originally filed as a second and pled down to a first.
No, you're saying I didn't?
You did it.
Okay, I have to now. I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days. Mr. Gonzalez, don't drive until you get a license. Otherwise, you get into a car. You're rolling probable cause, man. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck with you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, guys.
May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Thanks.